Now, there's a relationship between you and Mheshimiwa Gladys Wanga. Mulipatania wapi?
We joined campus together in the year 2000. I think in Kenya we also have a penchant for just ignoring pieces of legislation, all right? And then nobody pays the price for not working within the regulations. All right? Yeah, there's no price being paid. Otherwise, I think today we should be having the 2/3 thing in parliament. But since it's proceeding unabated without a price, yeah, no one is paying for it. Because if our leaders were honest enough, that National Assembly, that is the right tool to achieve whatever we want to achieve as a nation. That house. We need some hygiene in our politics. Yeah, we have bad manners. Yeah, we have bad manners, and it is continuing unabated. People take advantage of every situation. There are leaders who have decided that their currency of leadership is money. They want only to engage people through money. Someone comes, instead of telling you what he stands for, what he wants to do, his vision, he gives you money. All right? Yeah?
Kojamna.
Yuko jamna. You know.
Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Adondi.
And I am Judith Juma.
And welcome to the State of Her podcast,
where we're moving past minimums to real equality.
Hi everyone, welcome to the State of Her podcast. My name is Elizabeth Adondi.
My name is Judith Juma. This is a podcast where we're moving past minimums to real equality. Today we have an amazing guest who works from Homabay County, who is going to tell us about him. But before we start, we'd like to start with an icebreaker. We'd like to know, when did you first realize that politics affects your life?
Hello everyone. My name is Silas Rabah. I work for County Government of Homabay as a Chief Officer in charge of Youth and Cooperative Development. When I first became conscious of the impact of politics on myself,
yes,
it was a while back. I think during the advent of multipartyism, 1991. That time I was in class 4, class 5. That is when I started actively following politics. And I remember vividly the formation of Forum for the Restoration of Democracy, FORD, and the subsequent happenings that eventually led to the split of FORD into FORD Asili that was led by the late Kenneth Matiba, and then the other wing that was led by the late opposition Doyen Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. So that is when I started actively following politics, and I remember sometimes must have been in 1992 during the campaigns when Jaramogi came to Awendo. I was a pupil in Sony Primary. Yeah, so they came to campaign. That team of James Orengo, Paul Muite, that big team, the likes of Gitobu Imanyara, Skari Kombo. I also remember we had, I think, Lena Salwech Polo, quite a number of big shots. The serious proponents of multipartyism. They had accompanied Jaramogi. And I slipped out of school and rushed to Awendo just to have a glimpse of Jaramogi. And that was the first time I saw him in person. And I think that was the last time I saw him in person until he passed on in 1994 when I was in class 8. Yeah.
Let's get into who Rabah is. How did you get into politics? Hapo ndio tunataka kujua sasa.
Yeah, I as I told you that I started getting conscious a while back when I was young. Then when I went to high school, I was in Kanga High School. I'm also a very good footballer, by the way. I play soccer. Yeah, so I joined Kanga in 1995, and that was just before, that was just after the 1994 World Cup. So, and I used to be tiny. So there was a player for Brazil called Bebeto who had featured for Brazil, and he was very good, but he used to be very tiny. So when I went to Kanga, the first day, the second, the third day I went to the field, I told the teacher, I want to have a chance to play. Then Mr. Ndenga told me, no, you're very tiny, these people will break your legs. Then I insisted. So he gave me a chance. I went, I think he gave me around 10 minutes. I went, I did my thing, I scored. And those big boys, they were telling me, from one, how can you score and we are here, you know? So, and I went and celebrated the way Bebeto used to celebrate. So up to now, those who went to Kanga with me, if you ask them about Silas Rabah, they'll start thinking. Then if you ask them Bebeto, Bebeto tunamjua.
Was Bebeto your nickname?
Yeah, Bebeto now was my nickname.
Yeah.
Kanga, yeah. So I had traits of questioning a lot in high school, and eventually I was made a DH captain, however small I was. You know, DH captains used to be very huge people. So I was made a DH captain, and I was very tiny at the same time. So I did not stay long as a DH captain. I was a DH captain, but as also a rebel. So at some point, niliwachana nayo. All right. So when I joined campus in the year 2000.
Okay.
And when we joined KU, we found that the Kenyatta University Student Association had been suspended. There was no student union in KU.
Why was it suspended?
At that time, that was the time President Moi was hard on dissents.
Okay.
Or rather, you know, yeah.
Dissenting voices, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, universities were the centers of struggle against the dictatorship of Moi. Yeah, and I would call maybe they were the centers of excellence in terms of the fight against the system. Yeah, and our universities played a very big role in the struggle. All right. In fact, that time, university voice was very, very significant to an extent that they would shape policies in this country. Yeah. In fact, if they took a position on an issue, then it was a matter of national importance that time. Yeah, because we had very strong student movement. All right. So Moi also had his blue-eyed boys in the universities, and one of them was Professor George Shiwani, who was in KU. So since these student unions were being used as channels of propagation and protest and all that against Moi, Shiwani suspended the student union, and the Senate, they say that they will not have student union, so they handpicked a few students to represent students at the Senate, University Senate meetings. So there was no union. So that was in 2000, and I remember when we joined campus, after, was it 1 month or so, there was a serious strike, and we went home. So in that strike, we participated as freshers. Yeah. Yeah. Then later on, we came back, Then we joined the NAC campaigns. Seriously. Okay? Yeah, we were the ones who were singing yote yawezekana bila Moi, yote yawezekana bila Moi.
And this time you're doing it from inside school, or you follow the campaigns outside?
No, I used to follow. We used to walk around with the team of the late Raila Odinga and that big team. Yeah, Muhisa Kitui, James Orengo. So we would campaign depending on how we were resourced, because that time you would not expect a lot of money from the opposition. So you find yourself and find your way. All right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we would mobilize students, we come and attend. Yeah, and I remember the person who was in charge of NAC youth campaign, I think was Mr. Thomas Mbewa. He's from Homabay County. Okay? So we campaigned with the NAC until they got into power. So immediately NAC got into power, we also felt now this is our time to get back the student union.
Yes.
Right? So we started agitating for the return of student union in KU. All right? We said we must have KUSA back. So it started as a very small talk somewhere in Nyayo. In KU there are Nyayo hostels. And we just decided now, let us just start mobilizing students and start saying we want KUSA back. Okay? It was about 10 a.m. and we went to the Dean of Students. We told the Dean of Students that we want KUSA back. And as usual, they would stall. Then we just got out of the Dean of Students and stood there and started shouting, "Comrade, power!
Power!
We want the KUSA back," and all that. And it attracted a lot of students.
Yes.
And we joined hands. And there was a very serious strike. Yeah, a serious one in KU.
Yeah.
And as usual, what we used to do is that we would block Thika Highway. Yeah, and so I remember the names of those who had led the agitation. Eventually were brought to Jogo House at the Ministry of Education. Okay. So when we went there, we were told that our names were already there. And we talked. Back at home in campus, there was turmoil. Okay. So we were told to go and make sure that it's over. And then things would be sorted out. Yeah. But we went back to campus. We got people off Thika Road. But eventually, the administration buckled. And we were allowed now to have the student union. And elections were announced.
Yeah.
And we formed a NAC within campus. Okay? Yeah. We formed a NAC because, you see, NAC was a rainbow. That's why they were calling it National Rainbow Coalition. It was a rainbow of people from different regions. Okay? Yeah, so ours was also a rainbow. We had karaoke. Karaoke was vying for chair. Yours truly, Silas Rabah, who was the Secretary General designate. Then we had, I think the treasurer was from Kisii. The organizing secretary, I think was from Western or something. Can't remember right now, but all those positions, we filled them accordingly, in terms of regions. Yeah. And then we formed one big ship. Then we started campaigning. Yeah. So that is how I joined active politics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Now, there's a relationship between you and Mheshimiwa Gladys Wanga.
Yeah.
Mulipatania wapi?
Yeah, yes, that's my boss.
Yeah.
We joined campus together in the year 2000. So, but interestingly enough, I got to hear about her when now the elections were called for KUSA. So, you see, I was leading a very vibrant team of student activists, and we were very, very vocal in campus. We were a serious movement in campus. So at some point, some of my people came and told me, Rabah, there is another candidate for Secretary General for KUSA. Then we were like, what do you mean? Who? There's a lady called Nyasuna who is vying. Then I said, no, I don't know her. Where is she?
Did she have her own different faction from the faction of your group? That
Yeah.
Or she was by herself?
Actually, she didn't have a faction.
Okay.
She was alone.
Okay.
She didn't have a lineup. No.
She was by herself.
Yeah. So, or if she had, I didn't know. But what I know is that she was just going for it. So then we dismissed. We said,
Not a shinda.
huyo hata tumjui. Okay?
Julikani.
And with the kind of people we have, I don't think there's anybody who would dare go with us to the ballot. So we continued to campaign. Then the issue continued to come up during our meetings. Then we said, let us check out. All right? So in campus, there's always the local organizations in terms of Luo, elders or Luo union. Then there's the Western, people. They would go and sit somewhere and nominate their candidates. Okay? So we also sit and nominate. So for me, there was actually no need of doing it because everybody knew that it was Silas Rabah.
Well, ilikuwa direct ticket.
Yes.
Na
Yeah. It was a
uko
direct
kwa
ticket.
coalition,
Yeah.
opponent wako ni independent candidate.
Yes. So then we decided let us call for dual. It used to be called dual.
Dual, yes.
Yeah. And so that we can come up with a statement.
Yeah.
So we called for dual and she came. And we were quite a number. Dual is always, that time it was a serious thing. So we talked and she was told that now our candidate is Rabah. Okay? And if there's any doubt, we want you to stand here. Rabah, stand here. So those who are for Rabah, you stand behind Rabah. Those who are for Nyasuna, that is how we used to call her then. They stand behind. So behind me, there was everybody. Okay?
Yeah.
And behind her, there was nobody. Okay? Actually, the person that we had sent to her to tell her that she should step down, immediately that guy went to her. She converted that person to be her person.
You were standing behind her.
Oh my
Now, when they came with this person, now this person got intimidated.
Yeah.
So
And came to your
akaamua asisimame nyuma yake.
Oi.
Okay, because we actually, our team was also very rough. Yeah, very, very rough. They could manhandle you vibaya sana. Yeah, so that person got intimidated. So akiangalia nyuma aoni mtu. Kwangu line imeenda hadi so she was told now this is the declaration. All right?
Okay.
So we are going with Rabah. Then she said, okay, I accept your verdict. But wacha tukutane kwa debe. Okay?
Bado anaendelea.
Wacha tukutane kwa debe. Then we left and we did not take her very seriously. we said huyo tutamalizana na yeye. Never did we know that she meant what she said, tukutane kwa debe. You see, Governor Gladys is very resilient and she's very consistent. Okay? She's a go-getter. If she focuses on a ball, she will get it by any means necessary. So after that, she went and did a very good SWOT on me. Okay? And and correctly so, she found a serious weakness. And she took full advantage
Of that weakness.
of that. They went and discovered that I was leading a team of extremely violent people. Okay? Yeah, we had very, very you would not say anything against us in campus. Yeah, that would mean some serious beatings. And Kenyatta University then had a big population of ladies. All right? So, one, she branded Silas Rabah as a very violent man. Okay?
My goodness.
Two, Gladys was in Christian Union. Okay? So she went and marketed herself very well at this Christian Union. And now that Mia was leading a team with the violence on my back, it really worked for her. And she took full advantage.
Yeah.
She rubbed it in.
Yeah.
And then she ran rings around me. Yeah? I remember there's a time we would go to Ngong, the girls' hostels to campaign. You get in, and then you say, hi guys, how are you? My name is Silas Rabah, and you see a lady,
We found
Cringing.
about you.
yeah,
Eh?
preaching.
Well,
You're Silas Rabah.
Yeah.
Yes. Then you're like, what's wrong? We were told that you beat people. Then I'm like, no, but I'm here. Do I look violent? No, but it's all over. It's all over. Please just leave us. So we walked into so many rooms and everybody was, you're beating people. Hey. So we went back and had a meeting and we said, now what are we going to do? We decided we move on. We have been branded and we must just keep going on.
Yeah.
Then they also came up with some very interesting propaganda. They would do very good write-up and sleep under the doors for the girls. Yeah. So the girls trusted and believed every bit that they were told about Silas Rabah. Okay. But we were eventually, the last week to campaign, that is when now it came out that we were two very strong candidates. Okay? And I can't forget, the last day we met with the governor, I think it was 2 days to the elections, or 1 day. We met at the stairs. She was just coming out of Ngong hostels. I was also going in to campaign, and she was getting out. Then she said hi. Then she told me, Rabah, let us meet at the graduation square. That is where the results are always
Announced. Okay.
Wacha tu tukutane huko. Yeah.
Very relaxed.
Yeah, tutakutana tu huko. I remember very vividly. That's what she told me. Then I told her, okay, wacha tukutane huko. So eventually, when the votes were called, I lost. Yeah, albeit with a very small margin. It was very small, but I lost. And in fact, there was chaos at the graduation square because people were saying, no, this is not happening. How? Okay? Yeah. But apparently she did her homework. All right? And she made sure that she got it. So after that, I'm telling you, when you see a leader behaving like he or she is making a decision which doesn't belong to him or her, you might want to believe that it can happen. People can push you. People can push you to make decisions. My supporters did not take this lying down, and they refused to recognize her. In fact, instead, they refused to recognize that office now, the whole of it. Because, you know, our people are very vocal. Yeah. There was a lot of, you know, yeah. So they said it will not happen. Now I was also there. Now shit has hit the roof. And they moved and formed the office.
Yeah.
Right? So people said, no, we must appeal. So I lodged an appeal in campus. Yeah, I lodged an appeal. And I said, we must do a recount. Yeah? And the administration decided to manage me. So, we are looking at it. You know, I would always be invited to the administration block. Come, we see what we can do. We are looking at it. I stood my ground. And I remember there's a day we actually met with the governor when she was coming out of the administration. We just met along the roads. Then he told me, Rabah, why don't you just drop this thing? You come, we work together. Yeah, this thing, you know, the way she normally talks. That is her. Yeah, that's how she is. Why don't you just come, we work together? Yeah, instead of us having all this back and forth. And I told her, it's the people behind me. Yeah. Then she just left it at that. So we continued, and I assumed the office of the leader of opposition in campus, which was not there in any constitution. Yeah, it was just a creation. So we started opposing Kusa from then. Yeah?
Your own student leadership.
Yeah. So we actually, even that coalition, we opposed all of them together. Yeah. So opposed, and they worked. They finished their term, and that was it. Right? Yeah. But I remember immediately after governor's term, there was an election which I also played a very critical role, and I made sure that my candidate won, and her candidate lost to my candidate. So at least there was some closure. Yeah, my candidate was Castro Baraza, who took after her, and her candidate was Makanda. Okay, so we campaigned kabisa, and we won. Yeah, so that is it. So after campus, I came out, and I joined again politics in Ruaraka constituency. The first elections that came with the new constitution, I joined the team of one of the MCA's candidates. We did a good job, and he became the first MCA of Lakisama Ward, because Lakisama Ward was a new ward. He was called Mr. Uduru, Kennedy Uduru Nyarumba. He was the first MCA. So that was in 2013. In 2017, I joined the team of Honorable Elizabeth Ongoro. Okay, I supported her. I played critical role in her campaigns, and it was equally a very tough campaign, because she was going against the Honorable TJ Kajwang, who was an incumbent.
Yes,
right?
at the time.
Yeah. and both of them belonged to ODM. And this was going to be a very vicious battle. But I stood with the Honorable Ongoro. Yeah, we did a lot of work within Ruaraka. And I remember at the tallying center, everyone had gone because apparently we had lost, though with a small margin. But I remained at the tallying center. And I remember at some point, Honorable Ngoro called me and asked me, Rabah, where are you? I'm at the tallying center. What are you doing there? Why are you there? Then I told her, Mheshimiwa, it is never over until it is called. Okay? I have to be here. Until this guy is called this election, I have to be here. Then she told me, but it's very dangerous to be there. Yeah, those people, you are there, they can harm you. So she sent me some two APs to come and pick me up, okay, at the tallying center. But then I managed to observe discrepancies during the tallying, and I used my wit to pick the forms, and I got them out of the tallying center. Yeah, I made sure that I picked the forms, and because now our agent was not there, so I went and told the RO that I'm now the chief agent of Honorable Ngoro. That you don't have an appointment. I told him, she was a lady, I think so. I told her, no, I've just been appointed. So I sit here. So I sat. So when they are given their form, I'm also given. Then I check. I was looking at every single bit and comparing with the constitutional provision, even procedure. Yeah. In terms of declaration of results, I would look at what the RO is doing and what the law says. Yeah, and I did my notes. All right.
So you're looking at the irregularities.
Yes, that is what I was picking, the irregularities in the process. All right.
Yeah.
And I managed to pick quite a bit. And so when I was getting out, the other team was told that make sure he doesn't get out with any material. So when I was walking out, I was empty-handed. Yeah. And they knew, there's no material Amanda and I. Never did they know that all the time I was picking these forms, I already had an agent outside who would come like he's speaking to me. I give him the forms, then he was giving to someone out of the fence. Okay? So everything was shipped out of the fence. When I was walking out, I was just like this. So they were very comfortable. Hakuna kitu Amanda na I. So eventually when we lodged an appeal in the courts to contest the elections, they were like, where did they get all these things? Then they realized it's that Rabah.
The chief agent.
That guy. Because he was the only guy who was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were working with another guy who is very, very sharp, called Spanner. Spanner is from Ruaraka, also Madari. A very brilliant guy. So he's the one tulicheza naye hadi we managed to get those things. Yeah, so we went to the courts and it was a very interesting battle, but we lost.
It was official now.
Yeah, it was now official. We lost and we had a closure. Because I remember we ran against TJ on an ANC ticket. Yeah, because Kajwang had gotten a direct nomination from ODM. So we ran on an ANC ticket and we put up a very good show. But Honorable Ngoro remained loyal to the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Yeah, until very late when I think there's some point she left for UDA. Yeah, but when we were going for the votes for the elections, she was one of the staunch supporters of Honorable Raila Odinga. Yeah, so after that, I kind of almost almost took off campaigns and politics. At some point, I think I almost decided to quit. All right? Yeah. Then one evening, I think it was in 2020 or 2021. One evening, I get a call. When I look at my phone, I see George Wanga. Interesting enough, George was my senior in Kanga High School. Yeah. He was in Form 3 when I was in Form 1. And we were very good friends because I was playing soccer. So, someone who's playing soccer, we'd make a lot of friends.
Yes.
So, and we come from the same constituency with George again. We are all from Rangwe. So he called me and he told me, how are you, young man? I'm good. Where are you? Told him, I'm in town. Okay. Hebu kuja hapa karibu na City Hall. There's the chapel, the Catholic chapel next to City Hall.
Yes.
So I went. Then chit chat. Then he's like, now I want you to come and go and say hi to your friend. Then I'm like, okay, let's go. So we went. That time, the governor was, she was the chair of finance in Parliament. So I went. Then we got into office. When she saw me, she was very happy. She welcomed me, and George said an interesting thing. He said, "You guys, I want to leave you alone. You talk until we see the white smoke.
Yeah.
So, endeleeni." And then he left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a good chat with the governor, and immediately I joined her team for campaigns. I remember she was telling me, "Rabah, come home. Let us go and do politics at home." Hii Nairobi umefanya sana.
Okay.
By this time, is it 2017 or 2022?
No, this is 2021. 2021. Late 2020, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is how I eventually joined her campaign team. And I joined it with a lot of confidence, having known her and the kind of commitment she puts to whatever she's looking for. I joined with a lot of confidence that whatever we are going to look for, if it slips us, then whoever will get it, atasikia kwa mili yake. Because the kind of mbio tutapelekana hapa mbele, itakuwa noma. Yeah, so we joined and I started doing my thing, what I know best.
Yeah.
That is organizing campaigns and coming up with ideas. Small units. We came up with caucuses to mobilize our people. And I remember we would leave Nairobi every Thursday at around 2. We drive to Homabay. We join her in campaigns. We campaign the whole weekend. We drive back on Sunday after finishing our last campaign. At times, the last campaign would end at 11 in the night. Then we drive back. So there's a friend of mine who is very close to Her Excellency. He's also my brother from home, called Alphonse Wera. He's the current chief officer in charge of finance. Actually, we were also together in Kanga High School. I was his Form 1.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in Form 1 in Kanga. And he really liked me. So he's part of the team that we were working with for the governor during the campaigns. So I remember we would drive back, and you drive when you feel dizzy. Unaweka gari kando. By the time you are driving, this guy is sleeping because we've not slept from Thursday through.
Imagine.
And remember, the governor has not slept also. She's someone who has a lot of energy, that if you don't have that level of energy and speed, then you will remain behind. Yeah. So she's not someone who will sit back and tell you to do the legwork. No. She will be at the front. Yeah, she will always be at the front. If you say that we are going into the water, she will be there. All right? Yeah.
Now, Chief, there are some very interesting picture that you've drawn to us.
Yeah.
Between your campus politics
Yeah.
and now your politics, national politics, that I've seen a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Starting from what you would do in KU in terms of nominations.
Yeah.
Then coming to your campaign style. And a lot of our campuses now mirror how we do it in national politics. And we've seen in Kenya, our candidates out here come from campus, most of them, and get into national politics. Yeah. And there's something you said that the Honorable Gladys Wanga did when she was in campus, that she did a SWOT analysis on you. Yeah. And I remember in one of dialogue sessions in Homabay, you told us that women fail to do a SWOT analysis about their candidature. Yeah. Now you're in Wanga's team. Yeah. How did you use this style, knowledge, and strategies and brought it into her campaign team now that led her to an eventual win in 2022?
Yeah, you know, herself, she's an expert in analyzing her opponents. She's very good at that. And now that I joined together with other brains, actually she had a very good team around her. All right? That was one of her strengths. The governor had a very good team, young, vibrant, sharp, and talented team around her. Secondly, another strength that she had, which actually the team took advantage of, was that she's a very easy candidate to work with. She listens. Okay? Yeah, you'd come up with an idea and she would look at it very fast, and then she would tell you if there's something that she doesn't agree with, she'll tell you, now you need to tweak it this way, and then now it will work for us. Yeah. So do this, then we go with it. All right. So we had a lot of talent around the governor. So we would quickly combine and do an analysis of our opponent, which we did very well. That one I can tell you. In fact, to date, I'm sure Dr. Kiriro doesn't know what hit him, because they were extremely confident that they were going to beat us. Very confident. But my friend, the kind of campaign we did against Kidero was serious. Right? And then again, you see, when the late Honorable Raila and the party decided on the governor as the candidate, there is something that the Right Honorable saw in her. The late Raila had been in politics for a very long time. Yeah. So he wouldn't just pick on you. You must have something in you that he thinks is important and valuable and can make you, achieve whatever you set to achieve. Okay? So, it was not just something out of the blues. Mzee had been with the governor for some time, and there's something he saw in her. That is what I believe. Of course, I cannot talk for Raila, but I believe there's something he saw in her. That is why when she got into office as a women rep, immediately she got into the Parliamentary Service Commission as a commissioner. All right? Ahead of so many. All right? Who had been there for a while. Okay? and it was the Right Honorable who would nominate you for such position. All right. Then the next, she was the chair of a very powerful committee in Parliament, Finance. All right. It's not easy to sit on that committee, my friend. Not wachana kuchair, sitting in that committee
Sitting in
alone.
it, yeah.
Right. So being a chair of such a powerful committee, nominated by the party, it means a lot.
It means a lot,
Yeah?
yes.
Then now it ended up with her being a candidate. Now, you know, when Raila trusts you with such a big responsibility, you must do your thing, my friend. You must go out there and make sure that he is happy. Okay? You must not disappoint him. All right? And we decided we are going to do this thing. My friend, Governor Gladys Wanga campaigned. I'm telling you. We went to sections of the county that even our opponents never stepped in. All right? We went to Mfangano Island, all those islands in Homabay. We went, Kawiri, Remba, name it.
I remember the door-to-door strategy.
Yeah. We would walk door to door. Yeah. And she would not tire. To an extent that at times you look at her and you'd want to tell her, please take some break. But she's not taking no break. And she's never taken a break up to now. Up to now. If you look at her, you can see what I'm talking about in her. In all her undertakings. All right? Yeah, so we employed all those tactics and we delivered. We delivered. Yeah, we delivered. In fact, I'm telling you, if we were to sit back and say that we have the party ticket, maybe we would be talking a different story today. But we put our right foot forward with her at the forefront, and we delivered.
So what do you think is the issue then? Because we have very good female leaders.
Yeah.
And then there is this talk of fatigue, because people feel like the women that are in leadership have not achieved what people thought they should achieve. Yeah. So where are we not getting it right?
I from where I sit, I think the women leaders who have been there, it depends on if you had known, or rather, if you look at the motivation that took them to leadership, all right, then you can now correctly analyze that they never achieved much, all right. But from where I sit, someone like Honorable Wangari Maathai, the late, I think her achievement is out there. She did work better than a man, yeah, in terms of fighting for environmental conservation, all right. And someone like Honorable Ngilu, all right, she did a good work when she was given positions of responsibility. And even today, I'm told she's again vying, I'm not sure, yeah, for governorship. And those guys appreciate her period when she was there, all right? We cannot bundle the women leaders that they did not achieve much. I think, for example, if you look at maendeleo ya wanawake, all right, there are a lot of things that they achieved in terms of putting the gender issues into law, all right? Yeah, those are some of very serious achievements. I remember immediately after Beijing conference, yeah, when they came back, there was a lot of push for the Beijing resolutions to be put into practice. Yeah. Right? And I think we have covered ground. All right? For me, from where I sit, my experience with women leaders, I think a I would say that women can only get better. All right. Yeah, I see it in the governor today. If you look at the last 10 years of our county, the first 10 years of our county, and now the recent 3 years of her government, there is a big difference, yeah, positively in terms of what we have managed to put in place in terms of our objectives, yeah, that we set out to achieve. All right, and you see, as a woman leader, she has this magnanimity and the talent, right, to bring people to see her vision. All right, and what I can tell you is that my governor has a talent of resource mobilization. That is what has helped our county. Yes, she's very talented when it comes to that. And she'll tell you, try this. If you hit a wall, let me know. I'll try and unlock it. All right? Yeah, she's very pragmatic. All right? So personally, from where I see it, I wouldn't hesitate, okay, to ballot a woman leader. Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to ballot a woman leader. And one thing that I think should happen is that our women need to analyze some of our women leaders and how they've broken the ceiling. What is it that they've done to break that ceiling? Yeah, because that ceiling is there. All right. Yeah, they will confine you, you know, they will body shame you, all right? They will talk all shit about you, all right? But it depends on how you handle it. Yeah. My governor says whatever stone is thrown towards her, she will use that stone to build her staircase. Okay? By the time the stone throwers watakuwa naangalia wataona kama
juu.
Okay, she's already gone up. Yeah. So I think that should be the motivation, and our young ladies need to learn from these kind of leaders. Yeah.
Now, on the same, when we look at we talk of the 2/3 gender rule. Yeah. Why do you think it is then that we have qualified women, but we don't have equal representation? Even just reaching 2/3 is a problem. So what do you think is a challenge for Kenya? Is it that it is culture? Is it that people just don't see women as capable? Women are not participating enough? What is it from your perspective?
I think there's a lot of things that play to these. We might not want to rule out culture, because culture is something which is quite it goes as deep as belief, all right? Yeah, so that could still be affecting us, all right? Two, I think in Kenya we also have a penchant for just ignoring pieces of legislation, all right? And then there's nobody pays the price for not working within the regulations, all right? Yeah, there's no price being paid. Otherwise, I think today we should be having the 2/3 thing in Parliament, okay? But since it's proceeding unabated, without a price, yeah, no one is paying for it. Because if our leaders were honest enough, that National Assembly, that is the right tool to achieve whatever we want to achieve as a nation. That house, yeah, even whatever we want to achieve, because there are a lot of policy issues that you cannot execute without approval of Parliament, all right? So just picking the issue of 2/3 and saying, from today, we are not going to execute. Yeah? until we have this 2/3. Yeah, it will work, right? But we are not honest. Yeah, Silas Rabah will sit here today and tell you how I admire women leadership and how I respect women leadership. But then tomorrow when he gets into parliament, where now he has the instruments to guide policy, all right? Then instead, he compromises, all right? And he changes colors without caring at all. Yeah, Rabah will look you in the face and tell you, bana, we, hiyo maneno yako acha ingoje. Tuko busy, tunataka kujenga barabara ingine hapa, kuenda, that is of more importance. Because tukistop hii, barabara itajengwa. You see? Yeah, so I think there needs to be, we need some hygiene in our politics. Yeah, we have bad manners. Yeah, we have bad manners, and it is continuing unabated. People take advantage of every situation, all right? And if today implementation of the 2/3 gender rule were to line people's pockets with money, you would have it like yesterday. Yeah.
And what about political parties? Because political parties usually do party lists, they dominate, they do special seats. How come they do not field more women candidates as well? Because we have the part of parliament refusing to legislate, yeah? And then we have political parties who use their autonomy as a party to choose whom they are fielding and how many. So how can political parties also contribute to, fielding more candidates, or what are the challenges?
I think that is important, because political parties as vehicles and infrastructure for political representation should play a very key role, all right, in in making sure that our women are onboarded to a level requisite with their participation. Because if you look around, in every political constituency or unit, the largest voters are women, all right? Yeah, they do participate at the voting, all right? But now at representation, we have a problem. So I believe political parties needs to take it to the next level. And I think there's been an attempt, okay? There's been an attempt to achieve that. I think, for example, ODM, the ODM Women League, yeah, is quite vibrant the last time I checked. And I think there was some level of investment in women candidates in the last election. And I want to believe that this should be happening every time we are going to the elections, and also in other political parties. This needs to happen. If it's not happening, then it needs to happen so that we can bring up our women into positions of responsibility, okay? Because right now we want to judge women leadership, but representation is one thing.
Yes.
Right? If your representation is not up to the level where you can make decisions, or rather guide decisions, then definitely you gonna lose it. Okay? Yeah, but we need to have more women in representation so that they can help, guide the conversation. Yeah, so I think it's a challenge to parties, to political parties, to do better. But again, even to the women themselves, they need to come out. Yeah. Remember last time we were talking, I told you that there's always an animal in women that has decided not to come out. But when any woman gets that animal out, then the men around will get scared. They will run away. I can tell you. And that is the animal that has gotten out of Governor Gladys Wanga. Yeah. She's gotten the animal out, and she's ready to face anyone and anybody. Yeah? Yeah, she'll get her thing going. Yeah.
Now, as we wrap up, and before I hand it over to Jode, I wanted to ask you, there's a concern about rising youth gangs in Homabay County. Yeah. I've heard of, I think, Chude and such.
42 brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
What because you're in charge of youth,
Yeah.
what is your department doing and the county doing to sort of protect Homabay as a county as we head to 2027?
Yeah, the issue of youth gangs and goons is a problem. It's coming up in Homabay, though it is the whole country now. But now speaking specifically about Homabay, as the one in charge of youth, what we are doing is that we are trying to engage, because you see, someone say that we must continue talking, because when we stop talking, then we start fighting. All right. Yeah, so we must talk to our youth, we must engage our youth, and also there needs to be a very clear engagement, so that we can tell our youths how best to engage politically, because this goonism and gangsterism is evolving as a means or as a channel of political engagement or political organization. All right, to an extent that they believe that they can only get whatever they want through violence. Okay, so personally, we are already having a program to engage our youth in all the sub-counties. All right, we have started with the boda. All right, boda groups. We are meeting their leadership. We already had the first meeting with the county leadership, the president and all the sub-county leaders, and now we are going down to the sub-counties. Okay, we are meeting 50 per ward. All right, bringing together 50 per ward, and that 50 carries the leadership of the boda. All right, remember, even boda, a big percentage are youth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that is something that we are already doing, and I think our first meeting with the sub-county meeting is going to be on 24th of this month. All right, then we'll do the whole county. All right, but I think it is important for us to take it out there and apprise our youths on matters that are important to their development, and also make them realize that they can come up with strategic vehicles of engagement, and they will still get what they want. All right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the violent way. And I think leaders must also take responsibility for their actions. There are leaders who have decided that their currency of leadership is money. All right, they want only to engage people through money. Someone comes, instead of telling you what he stands for, what he wants to do, his vision, he gives you money. All right. Yeah. Yuko jamna. And I see it a lot, and even it is being done by even senior government officers who are not even politicians. Yeah, they are buying goons across the country. They are buying everybody just because they have money, power, and influence to see things their way. That is not how you develop leadership. Leadership is not about buying people. Leadership is about showing people clearly what you stand for, what you stand to do for them, what they stand to gain from your vision, and it has to be very practical, okay, and pragmatic. Yeah, so I think from where I sit, that is very important. Yeah.
Wish you all the best in that initiative. I think it is quite important. Kenya is a country that has the highest percentage of youth, and I love that you said one of your approaches is engagement.
Yeah.
Sometimes goonism and gangsterism, as you've said, comes out of watu wamezuba, kuna kitu wanafanya, there is unemployment, there are no opportunities within the county or in the country as a whole. So where do I resort to? Where does this person resort to earn a living or to be relevant?
Yeah.
They will go to the other side that listens, which is not the best side.
That is true. That is true. And the issue, the big issue, one of the big issues is unemployment.
Yes.
And as I was saying, government cannot provide sufficient employment opportunities, as it were. but it can generate, it can support, okay, industries, all right, to generate employment, all right,
For these young people.
Yeah. And you see that curve is not a smooth curve, okay. We are down there, and something needs to be done, and must be done very, very quickly, all right. So that is when we will be able to arrest the situation. Otherwise, it's gonna run out of hand.
Yeah. And you've taken a first step with this program, and let's see how it goes in the next few years in your leadership.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best.
There's also what we are doing as a government, which we started the other financial year. What we do is that Our Excellency gave a declaration, an executive order. Every tender within the county, which is below 500,000, is given to youth groups.
Wow.
We put them in groups of maybe 10. Then they're given that tender, all right. And then we are working with the National Youth Fund, all right, to fund them.
Yes.
Yeah, to give them capital. Yeah, and when the county pays to a joint account where they are with the youth fund. So the youth fund will pick their capital and a small interest. Their interest is very low, 5%. Then the youths get their money. All right. It has not reached so many youths. All right. Because why we were doing below 500 is because we make it light, because capital is a challenge to the youth. We make it light, and then we can also give so many at the same time. And then the payment. All right. You see, if you give 500,000 to maybe 6 youth groups with the 10-10, that is 60 youths, all right? Then that means you need 3 million to pay them. So if you pay 3 million, you pay 60 youths, okay? So it is more effective than giving a youth a job for 2 million and he doesn't have capital. So what does he do? He look for Rabah, who has money. Rabah will give him 100,000 or 50,000. Then he takes that job. All right?
Yeah.
That 50,000 he will spend over the weekend, then an Arudi base. He's back to square one.
Yeah.
All right? It's better you give them, they organize themselves. We believe that out of 50, we will get 20 groups who will have make it sustainable. Okay? It is not sufficient, but we hope that this is going to work. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It is an executive order from My Excellency's office.
Yes.
Rabah has not told us if he is vying.
I was about to ask him. Are you planning to get into active elective politics in 2027, or will you be supporting a woman leader or anyone else?
I will be supporting my governor, Gladys Wanga, Honorable Gladys Wanga, and I'm very confident that she will floor actually, those are just political irritants. Yeah, we will put them in their rightful place. Yeah, when the time comes. And then about me going for elective position, my little experience in politics is that in Luo, there's something they call juogi. All right? So you never know when it lands on your head. Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, it has not landed yet. Yeah, so I'll be working for Governor Gladys Wanga day and night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send our regards to her. Mwambie pia tunamtaka hapa. So message ifike.
I will.
Yes.
I will.
Thank you so much, Chief, for the conversation we've had today. It was such an honor to have you on the State of Our podcast. Viewer, we have come to the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and see you on the next one. Bye.